Hello, trading is closed on July 20th, 2017. Yesterday I was looking for a pattern with an early low which tended to rally throughout the day, and that's what we got. Tomorrow's pattern should also have an early low. We had a MEJT target of 2470.73. The rule is gapping up sharply kills the call. I never really defined sharply. We gapped up 4 points and hit a new high. I think you could call that sharp and put this into question whether it would print or not, but it did print, and there was support under that price. This level was also identified by the MEJT software as being the support level from yesterday's trade. Called this a resistance level. You can see how these levels work even after they've already printed. The only MEJT signal today of consequence was to call that rally false. Said this price would print, and the white dots said that it did. Well, without any MEJT help for tomorrow, we have to rely on other things. Even though we hit a new high, there are a number of negative things in this pattern, all of which would be invalidated if we gapped up and promptly took out this high. It's not good when you hit a new all-time high and close in the red. It's not good when you rally all day and you can't close over any of these highs. And it's not good when you have an S2L pattern and you can't close over any of these highs. They're all negatives, and unless we promptly take out this high tomorrow, I expect to see lower prices at some time, and they could be significantly lower. Well, what about our price target? Well, this was the chart yesterday. We had a price of 2478.66, and the high today was 2477.62, off by about a point. What makes it interesting is that in futures, prices traded a full point higher than they did during regular trading hours. So in futures, this price was hit within 4 cents, and since futures trade in quarter point increments, it means this price was hit on the nose in the futures market. Well, that's price. How about the time? Well, we had some dates. One was 17 July, one was 19 July. This is a high right before 17 July. That's close enough. This high was the opening bar the day after 19 July. That's within the tolerance. So we got our price in futures pretty much on the nose, and we got our time pretty much within the tolerance. Now here's our friend the diamond on stilts, and we don't know which of these points to use to get reference points, but if you take the origin of the left stilt and take the height of the diamond, and you set that at 38.2, you'll see this perfect Fibonacci hit here at 61.8, and the perfect Fibonacci hit right at today's high. Well, it sure would be interesting if that worked, if that price worked. I've had a number of other prices that worked, and they didn't hold the bull. And frankly, if we go much higher than this, it's pretty hard for me to find any higher price in this general area which can cap the advance. So if we don't go over this promptly tomorrow, at least it has the potential of being a top, but if we go over it, I think it's off to the races on the upside again. I think the early trades should be very telling, because this is not a healthy pattern for the reasons I've said, and if it isn't invalidated early, lower prices should print. We still have the demarked cells, which I think on the daily it's invalidated, but on the weekly it isn't. And we still have the Lindsay pattern, which calls for a very significant drop once I can get this to work. It doesn't want to work. That's not what I want. We'll get the right one eventually. I mean, if this is a real 0.25, we're supposed to drop all the way down to 0.20 if his stuff works. And again, I don't know if it works or not, but if today's high holds and we start dropping in style, I'd believe it. So we're at a pretty critical juncture. The bulls need to take this out if they don't do it early tomorrow. And if we start dropping in style, that could be it. But if we don't start dropping in style, and if this falls with conviction, I think there's more upside. So this is a critical resistance point in terms of price and in terms of time. The next date on my timing system is 29 July. We'll see if these work, and we'll see what happens then, and that's today's call.